Let's see the next topic, absorption in the small intestine. Absorption in the small intestine. Okay, we know that the length of the small intestine is 7.5 meter. It's a very long, and on the walls of the intestine there are finger-like projections called villi. There are thousands of finger-like outgrowths which are known as villi, and the singular form of villi is villus. This is the singular form and this villi is the plural form. This villi increase the surface area for absorption of the digested food, since the food, that is the digested food from the stomach, is again passed to the small intestine, and in this small intestine, in order to increase the absorption area, there are thousands of villi. Each villus has a network of thin and small blood vessels close to its surface. The surface of the villi absorbs the digested food materials. The absorbed substances are transported via the blood vessels to different organs of the body. This absorbed food is transported to different organs. And they are used to build complex substances such as the proteins, which are required by the body, and this transportation of the food substance through the blood vessels to different organs are known as assimilation. Assimilation. Okay, we have to remember that assimilation is the process of the transportation of the absorbed substances through the blood vessels to different organs of the body, where they are used to build complex substances. Again, in the cells, glucose breaks down with the help of oxygen. To carbon dioxide and water, and also energy is released, and the undigested food and the unabsorbed food enters into the large intestine. Let's see the large intestine. The large intestine is wider and shorter as compared to the small intestine. It is about 1.5 meter, which is very short as compared to the small intestine, which is about 7.5 meter. The function of the large intestine is to absorb water and some salts from the undigested food material. The remaining waste passes into the rectum and remains there as semi-solid feces. Semi-solid feces. And then this fecal matter is removed through the anus from time to time. This is called digestion. Okay, you have to remember this term digestion. Digestion is the removal of the fecal matter from the anus. Okay, here the digestion process is completed. Let's see the next topic. Digestion in grass-eating animals. Let's see how the food is digested, that is the grass is digested in grass-eating animals. Let's see this figure. This is a cow, which is a grass-eating animal. When the cow eats grasses from the field, they quickly swallow the grass and keep it in a part of the stomach which is known as rumen, which is partially digested, and this is called curd. And then later on this curd returns to the mouth in small lumps and animals chews it. The process that the curd is returned to the mouth is called rumination. R-U-M-I-N-A-T-I-O-N, rumination. And this kind of animal are called ruminants. We know that grass is rich in cellulose. Cellulose is a type of carbohydrate. So in ruminant like cattle, deer, etc., bacteria present in the rumen helps in digestion of cellulose. Many animals, including humans, cannot digest cellulose because there is a part called cecum which lies between the esophagus and the small intestine in the ruminants, but we don't have such kind of part, that is the cecum. In this cecum there is a certain bacteria which can digest the cellulose. Since we don't have the cecum, the cellulose cannot be digested easily. Let's see the next topic. Feeding and digestion in amoeba. We have learned about animals which have the digestive system, but there are many small organisms which do not have a mouth as well as a digestive system. One of the example is amoeba. Let's see. Amoeba. This is the picture of the amoeba. It is a microscopic single cell organisms mostly found in pond water. It has a cell membrane around a dense nucleus and many small bubble-like vacuoles. Amoeba constantly changes its shape and position. It pushes out one or more finger-like projections called pseudopodia. These are the pseudopodia, which is used for the movement and capture of food. Let's see the different stages in the feeding and digestion in amoeba. This is the amoeba and these are the pseudopodia. When the amoeba found a food, this pseudopodia will develop and it will surround the food. And then these two pseudopodia will join around the food particle and trap the food particle with a little water, forming a food vacuole inside the amoeba. This food is digested in the food vacuole, and then the digested food will diffuses out as shown in the figure. Like this, the amoeba grows up, and then the undigested food is thrown out. Let's see what we have learned in this chapter. Animal nutrition includes nutrient requirement, mode of intake of food, and its utilization in the body. The human digestive system consists of the alimentary canal and secretory glands. It consists of the buccal cavity, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine ending in rectum, and anus. The main digestive glands which secretes digestive juices are salivary gland, the liver, and the pancreas. The stomach wall and the wall of the small intestine also secrete digestive juices. The mode of feeding vary in different organisms. Nutrition is a complex process involving ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Digestion of carbohydrates like starch begins in the buccal cavity. The digestion of protein starts in the stomach, the bile secreted from the liver, the pancreatic juice from the pancreas, and the digestive juice from the intestinal wall complete digestion of all components of food in the small intestine. The digested food is absorbed in the blood vessels from the small intestine. The absorbed substances are transported to different parts of the body. Water and some salts are absorbed from the undigested food in the large intestine. The undigested and unabsorbed residues are expelled out of the body as feces through the anus. The grazing animals like cows, buffaloes, and deer are known as ruminants. They quickly ingest, swallow their leafy food and store it in the rumen. Later, the food returns to the mouth and the animal chews it peacefully. Amoeba ingests its food with the help of its false feet or pseudopodia. The food is digested in the food vacuole. Here it comes the end of the chapter. Chapter number 2, Nutrition in Animals. Thank you all.